used to tell this one slow. She said you had to earn the ending. Then let's earn it. There was a young man in a little town, hammer in his hand, never put it down. A blacksmith working harder than the rest, feeding his own mama, doing his best for his sisters and his brothers, every single one. Not a wife to his name, just work to be done. Sparks flew up like prayers into the air, a young man with a heavy heart to bear. One day a girl walked in just a couple years behind, leading a great Shire-Horse, the gentle kind. Said he needs reshoeing, can you spare the time? He had a list of work, but he dropped every line. The moment that he saw her standing there, something shifted soft and quiet in the air. He shoed that horse with shaking, steady hands, and somewhere in between, his whole world changed plans. Strike the iron, strike it true. Love don't ask, it just comes through. A horse, a girl, a hammer's beat, that's how two whole lives could meet. Strike the iron, ring the bell, this is a story we know well. Passed down soft from hand to hand, the blacksmith and his Shire-Horse land. They fell in love the way the strong ones do, quiet, certain, steady and true. Married in the spring beneath that town church bell. Everybody said you could always tell that love had found its way to where it ought to be. Two young hearts beneath that old oak tree, but the shadow of a war soon crossed the line, and nothing good stays easy for too long a time. They kept him home, said his trade's too rare. A blacksmith's hands the army couldn't spare, but her three brothers, they were called to fight. Marched off singing in the morning light. None of them came home, not a single one. Three empty chairs where three brave boys begun their lives, their futures, all that they could be, buried far from home, far across the sea. Strike the iron, strike it true. Love don't ask, it just comes through. A horse, a girl, a hammer's beat, that's how two whole lives could meet. Strike the iron, ring the bell, this is a story we know well. Passed down soft from hand to hand, the blacksmith and his Shire-Horse land. The war finally ended, thank the Lord above. They held each other closer, leaned into their love. 7 children came along one by one, 4 strong boys and 3 daughters of the sun. The highlight of those children's every day was the steam train rolling right up Main Street's way. Twice a day it thundered straight on through. The town was built around those tracks, it's true. Time moved on the way the time will do. 2 sisters sailed for America, leaving the church pew. Some of the sons went off to England's shore. Some chased the American dream and wanted more. Just one daughter and one son stayed on the land, the daughter tending to her mother's hand. The son kept up the farmhouse and the yard, but the forge stood cold. That pot stayed hard. One day the blacksmith finally laid his hammer down. No young hands left to carry on in town. The one son left had a different kind of dream. Not iron and fire, not sparks, not steam. But that don't mean the story's coming to an end. It just means it's waiting on the wind for somebody, someday, somewhere down the line, to pick the hammer up and call it mine. Strike the iron, strike it true, that's the lesson we're carrying through. A horse, a girl, a hammer's beat, that's how a whole family came to be. Strike the iron, ring the bell, some stories you just have to tell. Passed down soft from hand to hand, the blacksmith and his Shire-Horse land still rings across this land. What happened to the forge? Still standing cold, but standing. Maybe that's enough for now.